Hello YouTube and welcome to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. This is my YouTube channel and I want to welcome you. This video and cards, there will be 6 of them. Sorry, my daughter or somebody coming out. So, okay. So I am doing a live event July 15th in Bremerton, Washington. This is project number 4 for the Pacific Northwest Demonstrators event. We will be using Wildlife Wonder for this card. I really have just loved playing with this. And we're also going to be using the in color. So we're using Boho Blue. These are the in colors for 2023 to 2025. Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, Copper Clay, Pebbled Path, and then Moody Mauve, which I'm not using that particular ink color, but we're using the cardstock. So let me go ahead and move my whiteboard. If you are new to my channel, I use a whiteboard. And this is the what you will need for this card. So you will need a very vanilla card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, which, okay, so 5.5 this way, 8.5 this way, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to do 2 of these cards because it is so easy. This card was designed with the beginner stamper in mind. Then you will need layer number 1. The first layer is always the one on closest to the card base. So layer number 1, this is the other in color, Moody Mauve, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have another layer of very vanilla, 3 3/4 by 5. And of course, I already went over that, so we're going to move that and show you what we have. Now, people use templates or can use templates. Let me show you the card. So this is my beautiful card. There's no dimensional on this. This is all about stamping, and this stamp set is a distinctive stamp set, and it does all the work for you. It truly, truly does. So like I said, we're going to do 2 because this is not going to take very long at all. So we have our card bases, layer number 1, Moody Mauve, and layer number 2 is our very vanilla. So I'm going to set this up here so you can take a look at it, and let's get started. Now I'm going to use this here. Actually, I'm going to use it. Now I'll use it like this. To start off, we are going to start by stamping this ground image, as I call it, right in the center. That is going to ground our bear. So that is step number 1. So I'm doing these videos so that those who do not complete the projects will be able to do the projects at their convenience at home. So we inked it up, taking a look. Now I like to start with, this is a longer piece right here, is longer than this one. So I like this one on the left. I am going to ground it right there. All right, beautiful. You could stamp off if you wanted to. Let me show you. And it's still just as gorgeous. But we're going to go full strength. I'm going to come over here, add a little there. And a little there. Now with these ink pads, these foam ink pads of Stampin' Ups, you just need to barely tap. So here we go. We're going to add some more ground. And right there. Now that lays the foundation for this entire card. What is really cool is we're going to use this stamp for the clouds as well. So Wild Wheat is all done. I'm going to give this a quick clean off. You can hear me. It's on my little chamois here. All right. That's all we need. Next coming in is our bear. Now our bear we are doing in Copper Clay. I think he is beautiful in Copper Clay. So I'm going to stamp him up just lightly. Ooh. Yeah, I always like to test. I tell people, test before you stamp on your image. Let's see how gorgeous he is. Oh my gosh. So we're going to ink him up again. Lightly, 1, 2, 3. Move that out of the way. Now, you're going to see this little indentation and this little indentation fits his little paws. Not little, but his paws. So I'm going to ground him right there. I'm going to give it a second to sit, as I want all that delicious ink to soak in. Look at how gorgeous he is. He is beautiful. We're going to repeat this. I'm going to do, well, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if you guys really want to see me do another one, but we'll go ahead. So next, before I can do my sky, I'm bringing in Pebbled Path. It's a gray. It's a beautiful gray. And we're going to do a note of thanks. I'm going to test. Oh, it came out gorgeous. And this one, I do need, oh, I inked me up, and I do this all the time. So I am going to do this right over the little hunch of his back. Beautiful again. So next we are going to bring in that beautiful boho blue. Gorgeous color. And we're going to do our clouds. So let's test it out. Yeah, it's got a little not even, so that looks better. I think this one we're going to stamp off. I think that's what I did. So there's one, because I wanted it lighter. Now, on the, well, it's up to you, but this, the little shorter end there, little is going right there. Then I'm going to turn it and do another cloud about right there. See that? So I definitely know I stamped off. So I'm going to stamp off. Now I'm going to bring that longer in on our picture. We're going to bring that really close, like so. Now I'm going to re-ink this because I won't have enough ink on it. So I'm going to stamp off. Then we're going to bring in another little cloud. We just turned the stamp set. So the shorter end, the longer end, short end, longer end. And that, my friends, is how easy this card is. Let's do it again. So here is our card base. And I got to clean this off. So we're going to stamp one more time so you can see just how easy it really is. We're going to start with that gorgeous wild wheat. Okay. I have the short end here. Give it a test to see if you like it. I do. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to put it, ooh, almost lost it there. So here is my ground image. That's the first one. That's going to set the stage for everything else. I'm going to bring it over here. And I still have plenty of link here because I kind of kept it up a bit, but never mind. We'll just skip that part. So there. Now we're going to bring in, let's see, we started over here. We're just laying the foundation for our bear is all. Oh, so pretty. Now, while I have the wild wheat, I'm going to set this up here. And I am going to bring in my card base. I'm going to open it up. And I am going to stamp some of that ground image. I'm going to stamp off first. I'm going to lay some of the ground image there. I'm going to lift it up without re-inking and lay it there. And let's see if I can scoot this over so I can, there. Now we're going to repeat this, but we're going to stamp off. I'm going to add some there. Now I have to, it will leave a line if I didn't re-ink it. So stamping off again. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That is just that little bit on the inside. Anybody can do that. So I have one more to go so you can see it again. This would be a great stamp a stat card. All right, so we're laying the foundation right there. Stamping there. I'm going to scoot it down. Stamping there. Uh-oh, sorry. The school bus is here, and my little dog loves to bark at the school bus. So we are all done now. All done. Now we can put our, well, all done with our card bases. We're going to do our bear again, so you get to see how beautiful he really is. I didn't clean him off, so let me grab the copper clay. All right, so 1, 2, and 3, and I know he's inked well. So I'm going to put his little paws right here and here. I'm going to give it a second to sit. I'm going to put my little fingernail down there and lift it up, and he is beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So, now we're going to do our sentiment, a note of thanks. I'm going to stamp it off here. And we're going to bring that right over this little hump of his back. Again, gorgeous. Now I'm going to clean this off real quick. We don't want any of that wild wheat in the boho blue. That would not be pretty at all. So, Pebbled Path is done. Boho blue it is, and this is the finishing of our card. So remember, with boho blue, we are stamping off. So I'm going to come over here and stamp off. Right there. I'm going to repeat this. Stamp off. I'm turning it because I want a little bit different look for the clouds. Got a little farther down than I should have there, but it's okay. So this one right up next to the A of a note of thanks, and then we're going to stamp off again. Let me close that up so I don't ink me up as well. Right there. And it is beautiful. All of it is beautiful. So now let's put our cards together. Remember, this card was designed for the beginner stamper. So we have our 2 card bases. I'm going to double check to make sure I'm putting the layers on the right way. So here's my Moody Mauve. I'll grab my bottle of liquid glue, as that is my preferred adhesive. That's just me. You can use whichever adhesive you prefer. So I'm just going around. X marks the spot. And I'm going to get that. I like liquid glue because it gives me, especially during a video, it gives me the ability to move it that little bit that needs to be. X marks the spot. And now it's going front and center, as we say in the military, or did anyways when I was in. So there is our beautiful card. So that one is set aside. Let's do this all again one more time. Around the edges, and X marks the spot, and place it onto our Moody Mauve. Okay. If you attended the event and are watching this, I really hope you had a good time. I hope it inspired you to create and share what we all love doing if you are a paper crafter. I thoroughly, oh my gosh, I cannot tell you guys how much I love doing this and sharing my projects. So there we have 3 bears. Now, this is, like I said, designed for the beginner stamper, but it is stunningly beautiful. You could pop these up on dimensionals to change it. I want to show you a few that I have done with this stamp set. Let's see, here's this one and this one. I'm not going to show the envelopes, but let's show you some. These are cards I did on my YouTube channel in the month of June. Yes, June. There we go. This is a gatefold. I wanted this to kind of look like the bark of a tree. I thought that was really cool. So there's that one I did with the stamp set. Now this was really fun. I absolutely love this. So this flap card opens up like this. Opens and it rests like that. Isn't that kind of cool? So there's that one. This one was using the canopy dies from the Grassy Grove die set and the little wolf on his little rock. Looks like I need a little dimensional there for his paw. And this one opens up again like so. Really cool. This was my sketch card. And just the bear just does all the work. It's absolutely so beautiful. So there you have it. And then, of course, this is another one. This is Early Espresso. This is Boho Blue. This is, I believe, Garden Green. And I used the little flower image, on this one. So I hope you enjoyed the event. And if you didn't, I hope you enjoyed this project anyways. More than anything, as always, please come back and visit me in my wonderland. Bye now.